Hello, what is up, Pisces? Daddy Just the Alchemist here, and I'm here to do a new moon reading for you. We're going to go over what are some of the things that you need to focus on during this next lunar cycle, some things that you might want to manifest, or areas in which you need to grow. It is the last new moon of the year. It is a new moon in Sagittarius, so this is definitely going to be one of those things where, we're kind of trying to figure out how we're going to keep going forward and what are some of the things that might possibly be holding us back at this time. That being said, we're going to go and start, and we've got a card already that flipped here that wants to come out. We've got the Empress. All right, so it looks like we've got some abundant energy here, some feminine energy. It looks like maybe you're in a place where, you were evolving recently, or, you're in a place of development. We've got a very optimistic energy here. Very feminine energy. You might be fertile. So if you're looking to get pregnant, now is a good time. Let's see what else we've got for Pisces. New moon messages. Where do we need to grow? Okay. Yeah, it's looking kind of good here. All right. So this is looking like a current situation. It looks like you're in a place where you're definitely saving money. Providing like a sense of security for yourself financially. I would say be careful with having like a scarcity mindset and being too frugal. That could block your abundance potentially. Let's see. Messages for Aquarius. Oop. That was a lot, guys. We're not doing all those. But this one did fall facing forward, so we will keep that one. It's going to be, ooh, geez. Seven of Swords upright. Be careful with, I don't know if this is about you or someone else, but be careful with betrayal and deception or trickery. Maybe some sort of like secrets. Does this have to do with Pisces, or is this another party? Upright if it's Pisces, reversed if it's another party. Upright if it's Pisces, reverse if it's another party. God, that's a lot of cards. Upright if it's Pisces, reverse if it's another party. Pisces, this is you. Why? I'm confused. What is it that, there's something that you seem to be trying to get away with, or something that you must have been kind of deceptive about. Or you might be trying to be strategic about something. And you've got the Eight of Cups upright with disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, walking away. Are you trying to trick someone or deceive someone with the sense of like, are you walking away from someone or leaving something behind strategically with the intent of betraying them or deceiving them, possibly? Let's get another card for this. Okay. We've got the Eight of Pentacles upright. So it looks like there is definitely a heavy energy of you focusing on yourself and on your skills. Really calling in abundance and trying to save your money. But there's also this other energy of trickery and walking away from something. Is it something that doesn't serve you? What are we walking away from here, and why? a partnership, mutual attraction, a unified love, Two of Cups. Some sort of union or partnership that you seem to be walking away from. Maybe you're disappointed in this union and seem to be leaving it behind, but is it strategically? Are you doing this for a reason? What is the goal or outcome of this, of walking away from this? Scattered energy, frustration, delays. Okay, so this seems to be the motive behind it. Are you hoping that walking away brings them back to you? It seems like you seem to be very frustrated with this. There seems to be a delay in this connection. On the other hand, you know, you've got your money right, you've got your skills right, you know, you've got that going on for you. But there is this connection here that you seem to be leaving behind. What are you getting away with here, though? We're going to clarify this Seven of Swords here. It seems like there was definitely an imbalance in this connection, and that might be why you're walking away. You're looking for realignment. You're retreating. You're kind of thinking about what your next move is going to be here, but you would like to, it's almost like you're giving this energy of you're better off without this connection. Like you're giving that energy of you're leaving it behind and you're done with it and you're doing so much better without it. And that's how these two seem to connect. And, you know, I'm not saying that you're not. Like, you very well might be, you know, in a place of, like, hard work, definitely, like, getting abundance. But you seem to be in a place where you're kind of thinking about what to do next with this. But you've definitely left. And it seems like, you know, you're trying to give this impression that, you know, you're better off. But you're still in a place of, like, resting, definitely retreated from this union. You've been in solitude, kind of trying to figure out what you're doing next. And this seems to be kind of a power struggle here. You're having a challenge with, like, you want to remain in control. And that might be why you're kind of, like, playing these mind games in a sense. You've got a lot of pentacles here, so financially you're doing well. You've got abundance on the table, but you've definitely also have you might be kind of hurt about this. Definitely kind of like disappointed in this union not working out to the way that you wanted. And you're feeling like you're feeling challenged, like you want to maintain control over the situation. You almost feel like you're in competition. Who are you in competition with? Ooh. We've got Knight of Cups reversed. Wow, it seems, yeah, so it seems like there must be some sort of like a jealousy going on here. So you would like to remain in control, and there's someone that you seem to be like in competition with, someone that you might be kind of jealous of, or maybe there's jealousy coming from the other side. Is the jealousy coming from you, Pisces, or someone else? Upright if it's Pisces, reversed if it's someone else. Upright if Pisces is the jealous one, reversed if it's someone else. Upright. So yeah, it looks like you are the one in jealousy here, and it might be of a fire sign. There's like this desire for dominance. There's this desire for this union. And there seems to be this jealousy because for some reason this union isn't happening for you. Why is this union not happening for you? What is standing in the way of this? The High Priestess. Okay. Divine Feminine. There might be... This might be signaling another person who is the High Priestess. Like another woman. Kind of like a divine feminine energy that might be in this. This might be the person that you're in competition with, unless this is you. Is this Pisces or is this another person, the High Priestess? Upright if it's Pisces, reverse if it's someone else. Yeah, this is you, Pisces. Okay, so you are someone who is like very intuitive. You've got like this inner knowing, you know? You've got like very high morals, like a sense of purity to you. And it's like you have this desire for this 10 of Cups, and it looks like there is something coming for you. Clarify this 10 of Cups. Does this have to do with the union? Or does this have to do with leaving the union? Upright if it has to do with this union that you walked away from, or upside down if it has to do with leaving the union. Upside down, so leaving this union, you have the potential for a 10 of Cups. We've got the Hermit upside down. So it might be an earth sign that you're looking towards. It might feel kind of lonely walking away from this. You know, almost like you're giving up on this connection. You might feel like you lost yourself in a sense, putting so much energy towards this. But all in all, walking away from this is actually going to bring you the 10 of Cups. What is the advice here? Because we know that, you know, you have this High Priestess energy to you. You know, this very strong, sensitive water energy. This, like, inner knowing. And we know if you walk away, you do have the potential for this 10 of Cups. What is the advice here for Pisces? Page of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting... Let's get another card for Pisces. We've got the Moon upside down and the Page of Cups upright. Okay, so you gotta let go of your fear here. There's obviously some repressed emotions surrounding this situation, some confusion. You may have misinterpreted the whole situation in this union. It might have brought out some insecurities and some darker parts of you, which, you know, kind of points to the strategic trickery and walking away. I don't think this is something that worked for you, like, you know, walking away, like trying to get a reaction kind of thing. But it is working out for you in the sense that you will find your 10 of Cups by walking away. So even though it was meant as something to kind of like draw the other person back to you, the advice that I'm getting here is actually to find new love, to look towards new possibilities and opportunities, you know? You're very intuitive, so follow your intuition. There's probably a reason that you were drawn to walk away from this situation. And, you know, it is because you trust yourself, you have high morals. Maybe this just wasn't aligned with you. You know, there was like a sense of like misalignment in that situation. And walking away from it is ultimately going to bring you the 10 of Cups. But in order to find the 10 of Cups, you are going to go through a period of isolation, and you will have to distance yourself from this other union. But you have to let go of your fear and let go of these repressed emotions that you have about this union. Basically let go of it altogether and start dating again. Put yourself back out there. You will find someone new. Final message for where Pisces needs to grow. Let's see, we've got the Ace of Cups reversed. So emotional loss, blocked creativity, emptiness, self-love. You gotta love yourself more. Trust your intuition. You walked away from this for a reason. Again, with the repressed emotions, you gotta like accept how you feel about this situation. Maybe you were the person who feels like betrayed in a sense. Maybe you feel abandoned in a way. Maybe you feel like this was a loss for you, and it's okay to accept that, you know? It's okay to accept like the loneliness, the emptiness. But ultimately, like, you have to work on your insecurities. You have to work on trusting yourself and your intuition. And you have to work on loving yourself more because, you know, there's obviously a reason that this didn't work out for you. And, you know, in putting so much focus in this other situation, you're keeping yourself from the potential of actually finding your 10 of Cups. And that is the message that I'm getting for Pisces. All right. And we're going to go ahead and dig into my little bag of fortunes here and grab a fortune for Pisces. Let's see, Pisces. We're going to grab this one right here. And we've got the kind of advice we do not like to take often turns out to be the best. Heed my words, Pisces. Let go of this union. I understand it might hurt. I understand it feels like, I know you want like the sense of control over it. I know you might even want to like bring them back. I know the reality of it is, you know, you walked away for a reason. And whether you think it's, you know, as like mind games or trickery or like a form of deception, like trying to make them think that you're better off without them, the reality is that you are better off without them. And I think you also knew that internally. And you have to trust yourself. And the reason that you walked away is because you knew that you deserved better than whatever was going on in that union. And, you know, maybe it isn't necessarily that that person was like mean to you or hurt you or any way, but maybe they just didn't give you the time of day. Maybe, you know, you just deserve better. And that's all I really got to say about that. Your lucky numbers are 43, 17, 23, 31, 39, and 12. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading, Pisces. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you resonated at all, Feel free to comment below and tell me your story. Tell me if it resonated and how, if you'd like. Feel free to share this with a friend as well if you feel like they would benefit from this. I've got a few other readings as well as channeled messages on my channel if you'd like to go check them out. You're also welcome to subscribe if you like my content, and you will be notified whenever I post new readings and channeled messages and other stuff on this channel. Thank you again so much for being here. I love you so much, and I hope you have a happy new moon. Bye, Pisces.